Hello, welcome to PCMag Live. I'm Dan Costa. He is Sascha Segan, and this is our last PCMag Live of the year. We're not going to be airing on tomorrow, but we've got a big show for you today. We're going to talk about top tech news. We're going to show you one cool thing. We're going to answer your reader questions. Let's get to the news of the day. There are a variety of pre-CES smartwatch rumors and leaks. We're looking at, right now we saw the LG smartwatch. Those images leaked, but we think Sony may have a smartwatch. We think that Arcos is going to have smartwatches under $100. This could be one of the biggest trends of CES.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big CES for smartwatches, fitness bands, all of that stuff, these wearables. You've seen a lot of smaller companies like Fitbit, for instance, playing a big role in the wearable space, but you're going to be seeing Samsung and LG moving into wearables in a big way. I mean, one of the interesting things about Samsung is that they announced a wearable fitness tracker months ago. It never hit the market. And I think we're going to be seeing finally the real retail version of that at this CES. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a big show for wrists.
And the Galaxy Gear, the thing about, we're talking about another Galaxy Gear follow-up, Galaxy Gear 3. The two just came out.
Galaxy Gear 2.
The Galaxy Gear just came out.
Right, right. Well, it's the Sony Smartwatch 3.
Sony Smartwatch 3. Galaxy Gear 2.
You might need the one cool thing, which we're going to have at the end of the show.
May.
Yeah, so yeah, Sony Smartwatch 3, Galaxy Gear 2. We're going to see flexible displays. We're going to see low-cost smartwatches. We're going to see more fitness tracking bands. It's big. That's one of the big categories in 2014.
Yep. Also in the news, Netflix is losing some major movies. Starting tomorrow, I know Brick, one of your favorite movies, Being John Malkovich, Flashdance, Titanic, even Top Gun will no longer be available on Netflix. Sascha, this has been happening for a couple of years now. It seems like every time you look around, there was a time when Netflix kept adding titles. Now it seems like they're losing more titles than they're gaining.
Yeah, this is the analysis that somebody has to do, because I have a strong suspicion that since Netflix became a content provider, the people who used to give them their content see them more as a competitor than as an outlet now. So I feel like, and this is something that somebody has to do some analysis on, that year by year, more stuff is going off of Netflix than is coming on to Netflix. Like, for instance, I think everybody who has kids remembers the horrifying Nickelodeon Purge, when they lost all the Nickelodeon content and it just killed everybody's kids programming. Netflix wants to be a TV channel, but my real fear is that that means that this idea of a streaming service, one price per month, you get everything, is no longer going to exist. That's just not a thing anymore.
Yeah, and we'll see if the same thing starts to happen to Amazon, which is a very similar service and is also moving into creating its own content now.
Yeah, except Amazon at least has the pay-per-view model, where you pay to rent individual shows, individual movies, as well as Amazon Prime, which is a lot less filled out. And stuff seems to be remaining on the Amazon purchase and rental sections.
Finally, this is New Year's Eve, and because it's New Year's Eve, Uber has announced that there will be surge pricing. Uber is a car service available in 60 cities across the world, and they put out a post that's just generating a lot of controversy, including here at PCMag's offices, over whether this is fair. They're going to raise prices because basically congestion pricing. There's so much demand for their cars that they are jacking up the price. Could be as much as 8 times the normal rate, and the normal rate is not cheap.
Yeah, now Uber just has a marketing mismatch problem, okay, which is that Uber is a high-quality, convenient car service that supplies you clean cars on time through a smartphone app and generally charges like 20 to 50% more than a regular taxi does. Yeah. That's all cool. That's a great service for executives. It's a great service for people with money. It's a great service for Jessica Seinfeld, okay, and
who recently complained that she got hit with a $400 Uber bill just to get across town.
Right, but Uber makes that obvious. You know, they never charge you that surge pricing without telling you in advance. The surge pricing makes sure that demand goes down so that the people who can really afford it get the cars. Uber's problem is that they are trying to advertise themselves as some great disruptor of the taxi industry. They're calling themselves everyone's private driver. They're not. They're rich people's private driver, okay? They are not disrupting any normal taxis. They're disrupting these black car services that like corporations and rich people and fat cats used to get around. Fine, they can get disrupted. But don't pretend to be some big social change when you're really only appealing to the top 2%.
See, Sascha feels strongly about it, obviously. I would point out that it is not just black cars that they distribute. They also have UberX, more normal, reasonably priced cars.
Still 20% more expensive than taxis, at least.
They also have a taxi service that you can use as well. So yeah, 20% is there's definitely a surcharge for Uber. And they're very clear about that.
Right.
There's a lot of, but jacking up prices, congestion pricing, there are lots of industries that do that. The hotel industry does it. The airline industry does it. This is not a new phenomenon.
Well, no, as I said, my problem is not the surge pricing. My problem is doing the surge pricing and then going back in your marketing and pretending that, oh, you're providing transportation to everyone. No, you're not. You're providing transportation to rich people.
The tagline is everyone's private driver.
Right,
and
everyone's private driver.
Private driver, I think, is the part that you got to remember, too. It is a private driver. You're paying private driver
But it's
prices.
not for everyone.
Not for everyone. Certainly not for Sascha. Let's move on to one quick question. Jared sent us this question via email, and he wants to know if he can use his Nexus 5 without a service provider, like the iPod Touch, basically turning it into an MP3 player or music device. Is there any need to have a carrier when you have a Nexus 5?
No, I mean, it's true with any unlocked, non-carrier tied phone, okay? They will all work without a SIM card. They'll complain a little when you boot them up, but they'll work just fine without a SIM card. Or you could just put a voice and text SIM card in. That is one of the great things about unlocked phones. Now, my question is, do you need to pay $350 for a Nexus 5 to do this? I would suggest, okay, so if you want a small form factor, get a Moto G. That's under $200. It's unlocked. You can use it like an iPod Touch.
Basically getting like a 5-inch Android tablet.
Well, the Moto G is a 4.5-inch Android tablet. Or, if you can deal with a slightly larger device, I mean, get a Nexus 7 or something. It's $229. It's cheaper than the Nexus 5. Bigger screen, better screen, great tablet. I just think that the Nexus 5 is a little expensive if you're not going to use any of those phone features.
If he's got a Nexus 5 and he's getting a new phone and he just wants to keep it around and use it as an MP3 player, totally doable, totally fine.
Absolutely.
Now it's time for one cool thing. We test thousands of products every year at PCMag Labs. Every day we take one thing off the shelf and show it to you live on air. Today, that cool thing may come in handy tonight, New Year's Eve. It is the Alcohoot. The Alcohoot, which is a breathalyzer that you can connect to your cell phone, Android or iOS. Sascha, you know this product very well.
Yeah, I love this as a party trick. I love this as something to show your friends. It should not be used to get you off a DUI because it's not police accurate. But it is a breathalyzer. It plugs into your smartphone. It has an app. You blow into it. It tells you what your blood alcohol level is. Then it connects to, if you are drunk, it connects to some taxi services. Hey,
connect to Uber.
There's Uber right there. Yeah, it connects to some restaurant reservation services, so maybe you can eat something, absorb the alcohol a little. But it's a fun gadget. You shouldn't use it to tell, oh, am I a little bit off over the limit? Should I be able to get into my car now? No, but it can tell whether you are tipsy or blasted. And sometimes when you're blasted, you think you're tipsy, so could come in handy.
Very cool device. We've tested it extensively here at PCMag Labs. It's $120, so it's not really a toy. It's definitely something you're going to have to put some money behind.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think of yourself as a frequent drinker, if you're taking this out all the time, what is it per day?
Very cool. You can check out the full review on PCMag.com. And that has been PCMag Live, the last PCMag Live of 2013. We want to wish you a very happy new year and a happy 2014. And let us know how we are doing on this show. Let us know in the comment section on YouTube. Let us know on Facebook. Let us know on Instagram. Let us know on Twitter. And we will hopefully answer your questions live. Thanks for joining us. Have a great new year.